Hello folks, this is Key of W with Gemcraft. It's been a long time since I've played this, so a little into my personal life. I don't exactly do a recording or uploading schedule. I'm not a real YouTuber. I don't even exist. But due to personal issues, I haven't been able to record or play a lot of games for a while, and so the last time I played this to me was like a month ago. I have no idea when it comes to release, whether it's a month between episodes. Who cares? No one cares. But it means I don't remember what I did. I think I finished fields, the M fields, and got the orblet skill. That's not a skill, it's a battle trait here. Um, so what I want to do next, instead of going to these next fields and continuing, I actually want to go back to the beginning of the game here and play on glaring difficulty. The idea is go back through some of these levels, um, bring my skill levels up and all those types of things so I can handle the higher difficulty level. I'm not going to do every single one of these levels again on glaring difficulty for a couple of reasons. But the biggest one is that there are, in fact, 3 difficulty levels. We don't have the third one yet. So if I do every level again on the second one and I want to do it on the third one, I have to do every single level 3 times. That's not happening. So we're going to go into this first level on glaring difficulty. I just want to double check where I am skills wise. Pretty good amount of these. I think, well, I'll be focusing on upgrading these skills first. We're going to get a bunch of skill points for this. So the way that this works when we go to glaring difficulty, just as a sort of reminder, it's going to make all the monsters harder. So plus 40 to first wave HP. And if you look down a couple from that on the glaring difficulty, it says plus 2% hit point increment per wave. So not only do monsters start with higher HP, and in the case of this level, start at 5 times the HP, they also increase by a percentage which is higher. Normally HP increases by a percentage of the previous wave anyway, so if we just started with 5 times the HP, we'd end with 5 times the HP. But this extra 2% hit point was going to make it even higher. 15 first wave armor, which isn't really that scary. Armor goes up by a flat rate anyway, but that plus 25% armor increment level, a few in the 5th entry there, is what's going to make it a little scarier. The armor is going to get out of control. Plus 10% HP regeneration just means, if I have the ability to suppress HP, I will. 30% extra monster ability power increment per wave. So that's if they have buffs like extra HP or speed, or if you kill them, a beacon appears. 50% increased banishment cost. So recall that the sort of default state was that whatever the mana gain is for killing the enemy, the banishment is set, again, at default, at double of that. But because of my mana stream skill, my mana gain from killing enemies is actually much higher. In fact, it's almost the banishment cost itself. So by adding 50% to the banishment mana cost, it's basically offsetting the fact that I have been improving my mana stream ability. So I'm not too scared of that. I'm also not scared of banishment cost because I'm going to be using the Orblets trait, which means that by the time monsters are breaking through, I've basically given up already, so I don't care if it costs a lot to banish. In fact, it just means the end comes quicker. 10% amount of monsters, that means per wave. So if a wave would have 10 monsters, it has 11 now. 50% number of waves, and that is based off of the thing here. So 3 waves here. If I go to glaring, it goes to 5. Now, if I were to add, say, let me just pick a trait and then put 7 waves from it, right? Or, sorry, add 7 waves. Right now it goes to 10, right? 3 plus 7 is 10. But if I go to glaring, it's not 15. It doesn't add 50% of the 10. It goes 3 plus 2 to make 5, and then it adds the 7. So that's what we do with glaring. We also have 3 times monster nest beacon HP. That's not going to come into play in the F fields. There's not a lot of beacons or monster nests. And then there's the bonuses. Why would we use glaring difficulty? Well, because it gives us more XP. 50% base XP multiplier. So we start, this would be times 1. This is times 1.5. And then, of course, every single multiplier per trait, instead of 30%, it's 70%. So if I did, so 1.3, glaring is 1.5. Instead of going to 1.8, it goes to 2.2. So a lot more XP for going here. It says hatred trait gives more per level. We don't have the hatred trait, so not going to worry about that. Of course, we get better or higher rarity talisman fragment drops. So normally 1 to 20, which sucks. Glaring, 2 to 24. That's not much better, but once we add our battle traits, it will be. And of course, in later levels, this will be even higher. So glaring also gives us better talisman pieces. And last but not least, beating a level on glaring difficulty gives a one-time reward of 3 skill points. If we were to have the higher difficulty, I think it's a one-time reward of 9, but that 9 includes the 3. So if I beat Glaring, I get 3, then I beat the third difficulty, I'd get 6 more, but if I just go straight to the third difficulty, I'd get 9. It's a one-time thing, but it means that doing these levels is also going to give me 21 extra skill points. Cool, I think that's all the stuff to say about that. I know, it's so exciting. I knew everyone had to hear it. So let's put my mana lock where it was before. Giant Domination, I'm still too scared to go beyond 3, but Haste and Orblitz I'm good for, and I don't know if I'll ever be doing Adaptive Carapace. We'll see if that ever happens. Yeah, so let's start. So a couple things. I'm not quite strong enough to where Glaring's going to be easy for me to go. I'm not going to get as far into Glaring as I would if I was doing the normal Looming difficulty on later levels. Like I would get really far into Endless and get 150k XP is what I was kind of aiming for. Now, I feel like I'm not going to get as far into Endless because remember, Endless ramps up much faster than everything else. So I'm probably going to lose quicker. That's okay. The XP gain will be much higher, so I will come out on top. I'm hoping to get at least 150,000 from this level. And the other thing is, in the F fields, the amount of waves starts off so small that even with Glaring difficulty and all these things, I only have 24 waves. That's not enough time to really build up an XP base before we get to Endless mode. So I feel like this level, 150k is a pretty good expectation. If this level were to have, say, 50 waves, I could easily clear 5 to 600k XP, just because, again, the main part of the level, enemies are easier, Endless mode, they're way harder. So first things first, let's set up our mana thing. I'm going to put a mana gem. Here, let's just combine these. Put a mana gem down there. I'm going to take the level 4. I'm going to put a trap after the mana gem. No, I'm going to put it here. We're going to make sure enemies have to go through like this. We're going to put our poison trap there. Let's say at level 3 for now. I'm not too worried about poison traps anymore. Like they start to fall off, especially in Endless mode, but they're good early on. And if my poison skill is high enough, it's great. The rest of this is going to be combo orange-purple. And we're just going to fill every tower here. This one should be as high as possible. That's good. Let's make sure we have some other good gems. There we go. I've used up all my mana now. So I should be able to run this pretty easily all the way through. Okay, so let's upgrade the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that twice. Let's upgrade the one at the back here. And let's start using the beam power. Right. So I want to make sure I have a really high level gem to handle stronger enemies that break through the line. So here we're going to go so, and we'll be fine. Yeah, so far so good. I wouldn't be comfortable jumping into Glaring difficulty on a later level yet because, you know, I need to build my strength up to that, but these earlier levels I can basically just run because they start weak enough and there's just not enough waves to overwhelm me. Okay, let's also get... You know what, let's just have all this at least level 4 just so I can be cutting more armor per hit. I should probably upgrade my poison trap a bit, make it actually deadly because this isn't good enough. There we go. Yep, no enemy has 2,000. This is just an instant kill if they hit the poison trap. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, we're good. Let's see. I can upgrade this pretty soon. Here we go. I think we're fine. Ooh, this is scary. A little scary. Okay. Not too worried again. Orblitz, they'll have to take him back, but if I was overwhelmed when I had enemies breaking through, it'd be over. So, okay, easy. Only 86,000 because there's just not enough waves. So if I can get this to 150,000, I'll be very, very happy. I might not even get it there. This is actually not that useful of a fragment, even though it is a high rarity. Having damage, I've been ignoring any talisman fragment that does like damage to Reavers or Giants, because early on, or especially with the low level things, the amount of extra damage just really isn't noticeable. I might start thinking about it now, but I don't really want a fragment where that's the only thing in it. I want that to be extra bonus stuff. let's just do that, and then drop that off. Let's make that higher. So I think my first priority should be making these gems less expensive, because I need to get I need to get to the higher level gems much quicker than I'm getting there now. So I want to make sure I have the ability to do that. Okay, so far so good. But I can be very suddenly overwhelmed, so I don't want to take anything for granted. The HP is now to the point where this trap is not really good enough, but I could just decide, you know what, let's make a 3,500 poison damage trap. That'll take care of a few of these waves, but I will eventually need something more than that. Okay, we get 150. We're good. Anything else on top is just icing on the cake, I guess. These giants have a lot of HP. Okay, we can actually probably hit 200,000 without too much trouble. Alrighty. How much HP do they have? 800. Yeah, this trap is good. Let's do that. Actually, will I be able to save up enough? See if I'll be able to save up enough mana to make a level 11 gem here. It's looking not super great for that. Yeah, it's not looking super great for that. But hey, I survived it. Somehow I got through that part. But not much longer. I think this is where I'm going to start losing. Maybe? I'm holding on for dear life at the moment. But it's not worth holding on for dear life. I've got more XP than I needed from that level. So let's just run what we've got. Let them come. Let them take what they can. Take my orblets. Let me just get a bit more mana. Or not mana, a bit more XP out of you, and then call it a day. 270,000 is good. That's more than I thought I'd get. I'm probably just going to toss that fragment. So it's going to give me a couple level ups, not much. 3 level ups, that's fine. How many achievements are at? 9 more achievements and I will be so happy. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's jump to the next level. Actually, let's put some skills in. So I want to focus here. Just make my gems a little bit cheaper. And then we'll jump to this level. This level will now have 30 waves instead of 24, so I'll get a little further. I'm going to try for 250k XP. I did it on the last level, but I want to make sure I at least get the 250k. So I do get chain hit gems here, which is nice. Let me build, let me mix red purple. I want basically my big hit gems to all be this type. I want to have a mana here, and then I want a trap there for poison, and actually I want to mix again. So I'm mixing it this way by mixing into... Oh, I have to wait until I have enough. Oh dear, it's not what I wanted to do. Alright, I gotta wait. By mixing so it's only partially red, because look how good the chain hit is. 3.09 is really good for what I would ordinarily expect here. So by mixing it that way, I maximize the amount of poison I can get out of a dual gem while still keeping it a dual gem. Oh, that was a mistake. I meant to control, like, bomb on it, but I just sent the entire wave through. So, this will be fun. The chain hit is going to save my life here. I mean, doing that actually gave me a lot of mana and XP, but... Let's go. Somehow I'm surviving that. So that's the trouble with what I do here, where I do the gem bombing thing, is that if I misclick, I send all the waves at once, which is scary. Alright, let's make sure we have a gem at a really high level. This one... So the poison gems really are not doing anything for me now, so I want to get those to level 7. So the reason I go to level 7, in case people aren't following along with every single thing I say in all the videos, because why would you do that? Once you hit level 7, if you have certain skills, so I have the poison skill, it boosts the power of your poison gem. So at level 6, this was way, way less power. I'll show by going to level 6 here. 607 damage. Now I don't double the poison damage with every upgrade, but this doubled the poison damage because of the extra boost I get. So once I get my gems up to level 7, I have the mana, poison, slowing, and armor tearing skills, so those will improve. Well, not the slowing one because I didn't put any points into it because it's a terrible gem type. But yeah, the armor tearing as well, once I get it past level 7, they are better. Speaking of that gem, let me make sure I have multiples of those. Alright. So this is level 7, this is level 6. Let's fix that. Okay. How much does this cost? Still costs over 16,000. Let's make that a level 9 gem. Alright, it was a little scary at the end, but we're good. I don't have to worry if they get past because they have to go the other way with the Orblet. So as long as I take half their HP off, we're good. Awesome. So yeah, 250,000 XP is totally reasonable to get to, but we'll see. We'll see how well we do. This is a terrible talisman fragment for what I'm trying to do. Yeah, let's have that go. There. Let's drop that. Okay, so far so good. Just a bit more. And there we go, level 10. These aren't really doing much for me right now. I could upgrade them to level 8. And now they do 2,200 poison damage. It's enough to take care of some of these weaker guys, or at least soften them up for me. But I think it's as far as I want to take these. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of resources. Yeah, this guy really is tough. Let's make sure we've got that going. Just run it, baby. Okay, so let's combine. Let's do this. I can't quite duplicate that yet. Okay, we hit our goal, so I'll even get to 300,000. I like to set my goals a little on the low side because I want to... It's not so much that I want to feel better about achieving goals, and if I set them too high, I'll feel bad because I lose. It's more like I want to be able to mentally know what I'm going to get at the very least and make plans of how to, you know, progress if I only hit my low-level goal. And if I go further than that, I have the ability to do more than what I initially planned to do. So that's why I do that. It isn't just to, like, cope with being bad at the game. Okay, hold on, let's fix this. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Nope. You suck. Yeah. Okay, this is bad. Oh, okay, we're gonna start losing. That's okay. That is okay to start losing. Yeah, so now we have a pretty bad punishment to our mana gain there, so we're going to start really losing here. But at least we got 300,000 XP. So that's terrible. This is potentially okay, provided, you know, we don't have better talismans already. Alright, now we know how this functions. Let's just let her rip. Let's start doing some better work here. 4 XP gained. I don't want to lose an XP gain for something. This looks like the same as that, but higher rarity. What if I upgrade it? 48 mana, 47, so it's a higher mana amount. No, I did not mean to do that. Doggone it. Okay, well, let's put this in because there's really nothing better now. Okay. There you go. That's as much I can do there. Makes the gems even cheaper, which will help me out. Let's jump in. So I seem to remember this level was all about teaching us about the traps. So I'm going to use the traps for poison, but also for critical hit gems. So, oops, I don't want the dual. In fact, I don't think I'm going to use a dual gem at all. So we're going to do this. We're going to have... actually, let's have a couple of these. And let's have this up there. Let's actually have a level 5. And let's set this. And we're going to do yellow-purple to just tear down armor levels. There we go. That's what I want to do. So this is the dual. I don't want dual yellow-green. That's not really a helpful dual type. So as soon as I get a bolt available, I'm going to put it on the grade 1 gem here. Actually, let's build a mana gem here. I want to put the bolt on the trap so that the trap is actually useful as a kill trap. So bolt goes there. Beam goes on the poison trap. Let's upgrade that and that. We'll also upgrade these traps. Level 5 poison trap is good. Let's do that. How much damage is it doing? Not enough to really kill anybody, but something. And let's level 5 that. Let's put the... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Accidentally put the wrong special type on the trap here. So now this should have the... There. That's what I want. Alright, level 6. So let's upgrade you. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I want to see. Let's get this to 6, that to 6. That should go higher, and then start giving me some mana. Oh, a shadow. This is going to be annoying, because if he doesn't move where my gems are, I won't be able to hit him. And we've... Oh, dear. He made that one guy. He made that guy suck. Okay, we're at least doing something to him. Right? Yeah, we're doing something to him. It's not worth, with shadows, chasing them down. You want to... I'll let these, whatever. Yeah, you don't want to chase them down by building towers everywhere, because it's going to cost a lot of mana, and you have to wait for the the gems to socket and all that. Or you have to run through a lot of your spells. It's better to just... Alright, is he going to fire? He's going to fire guys at my... Oh, dear. Let's see if I survive this. He might... Okay, barely survived that, but I killed him, so we're good. Alright, yeah. The shadows introduce a lot of, like, randomness, I guess, because if they go in good spots, you can kill them quick, and if they don't, they take forever to kill, and they do a lot of damage to you while they're doing it. Okay, so at least we took care of him. Let's fix up this to level 7. I'm going to build another guy here. And this should go to level 8. Awesome. Alright, 150,000 already. How much do I want to get? 300,000 seems like a good goal for this level. We'll see how well we do at getting that goal, but it seems like a good enough goal. Let's go to level 7 with these. Actually, just go as far as we can. And let's drop that. We want to be able to chop away some of their armor too, so I don't want to forget about that. Because this critical hit doesn't do a lot if their armor's too high. Let's take that. This is doing potentially like 3,000 damage. Not quite. That's like the max damage it'll do. But I think I want to jump that up. So 20 times the damage, so 6,000 at max. That'll at least clear out some smaller guys. That go up, that go up. I should probably get some more powerful critical hit gems over here. I'm going to have a bunch of giant waves. That's going to make things rough. Let me get some more. Hold on, need more mana. Come on, give me about 10,000 more. Is that enough? That is just enough. There we go. Oof. These guys are really strong. Oh, am I going to start losing already? I'm not even going to get to 300,000 at this rate. Here, let me combine these, and then do that. That trap was a dumb idea. It didn't work. I'm not strong enough to make killing traps with that. Let's make sure their armor goes away. And let's get another one of those. Alrighty. Well, we got over 300,000, so there's at least that. And whatever. Let's just let them go. Yeah. 350,000? I'll take it. No. Terrible fragment piece. I don't want that one. Goodbye. Alright, let's go. Ooh, can't quite upgrade this from what I want. Let's just do this one. Let's do the true colors, make our gems a little stronger. Ooh, excuse me, choked on my own air. Let's just go to F5 and run this one. Another short, easy level. I'll try to make them short and easy levels. I tend to just take too long building stuff. Let's do orange, purple. Let's mix those together. I don't even really care about slow gems right now. Let's duplicate, fill that up, fill that. Let's see, what else do I want? I want to mix these two together. Suppress healing, let's make those attack randomly. I want a tower that does mana, and then a poison trap. Do I even want a poison trap? Probably not. Let's not waste our mana on that. Let me build some towers here and here. And then how many of these can I make? Just 2. It's a start. Okay. And then this needs to be upgraded soon. Here. Yeah. I think one more level of fusion and this upgrade to grade 6 will cost less than 2,000, which will be nice. And then the upgrade to 7 will cost less than 4,000. We do want a suppressing trap, though. Right there. That'll still be useful. Let's make sure these are shape. But you know what? Let's do all of them. Let's make sure those are good too. Haha, that's nice. Take that. This should be there. Neat. Oh, what's this guy doing? Forgot about him. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate this here, have him attack the structure. Get rid of the monster nest. And then there. can run this for a while. Let's actually... You know what? Let's run this. Easy. Don't even have to think about it. Maybe I do have to think about it. Hold on. Let's go to level 9, which don't have to think about that one, do I? Let's go to level 10. That should be enough. Alright, attack the mana shard, why not? Let's go to level 6 of those. You know what? Let's upgrade them more. Go to level 7 there. Let's get these to level 7 because that'll upgrade the poison power. There we go. Okay, so we're definitely getting to 300,000 on this level, I think. Yeah, even if these guys start taking Orblitz, they gotta make it back, so it's like, I'm not too worried about that. Man, they are strong, though. There we go. Alright. Is it possible? Yeah, we'll hit 300,000, I think. This is not really a helpful shrine to me right now. Let's make sure we have all those guys. Okay, can I get to level 11? Let's actually upgrade these as well. I'll just wait till I have 65k mana. I'll get to that. Not too much issue here. Oh, yeah. Level 11 gem. How strong is it? 179 armor per hit's pretty good. How much armor do they come with? Yeah, we're fine. This is a little concerning here. Ah, not concerning anymore. There. Get more of these guys up to level 9. Man, these guys are strong. Critical hit gems would certainly help in a situation like this. Holy crap, they're just not doing no damage. Not even close to 300,000 yet. What am I going to do? Let's see. Let's get this up. Ooh, this is... Getting to level 12 gem would be the only gem I have, though, right? Man, there's just like no damage being done. Yeah, let's... Will I be able to rescue any of this? Probably not. Yeah, they're just too strong. I think... Yeah, huh. I wonder what I did in this level to screw it up. Oh well. That's not great, because I'm going to get a lot less than I expected here. Yeah, only 2 level ups, so not enough to get this next level. Unless I drop something. I dropped the poison, don't need as much, so I'm going to bump this up to 27, which should let me buy things a lot better. Okay, let's jump to F6. This is our first tome chamber level. So there is an achievement for opening a tome chamber a second time, so I do want to go for that. Now, I'm not going to fill these traps here. I'm going to set up a mana gem to start us off, and I'm going to put a poison trap up there. And I'm going to do the rest as... No. Oh, let's actually make it this way. Set up the rest here. Let's actually have that level 5. Cool. Because this is not a great place for traps. By the time they get here, well, I'm going to have killed them with these gems, because the gems are going to be really strong. It worked, you know, the first couple times, or the first time I played the level, it was fine, but not anymore. Let's combine that, make it a little stronger. Do that. Alright. Let's get some more mana going. Let's upgrade that. For we also want to have a suppressing gem. Do I also want to have like this sort of thing going on? Possibly. Just fire away, boys. That up. Oh, there's a achievement specifically for killing an apparition in this level. Alright, level 7's good there. Yeah, how much did this cost? It only cost 15,000 to upgrade, which is good. Yeah. Alright, this level's going to be a cakewalk from here, I think. Alright, let's make sure these are at least good gems down there. What's this? Additional poison damage? No thanks. Let's make sure that's a good gem. There we go. Open to previously, unlock, or open to tome. Let's see. And yeah, only 31,000 to upgrade that. I like that. And we're done. Let's set this up for endless mode. Let's set that up. 4,000 is a good amount. These guys have special abilities. What is it? Forces gem resocketing. That's annoying. But I killed them before they got close enough to do it. Alright, 300,000. Can I hit 300,000 today? This is an okay edge fragment. This is not really. I want to upgrade this guy too. So let's start by doing this. Alright, let's see what we can get. I mean, at the rate things are going, 300,000 is basically guaranteed. But I did something wrong last time, so I didn't get it automatically. Giants are a little strong for me. How much to do? 2,000? Yeah, I'm still good with this trap here. And let's upgrade you. Okay. Man, these guys are really strong. Dang, they are. There's a lot. Well, I got the 300,000, so that's the important bit. Jeez, just a lot of HP. Yep. Okay, the loss is going to start happening here. Not a lot to do, so just let it run and grab as much XP as we can in the meantime. Cool. 330. We're so much closer on achievements. 173, jeez. Okay. Talisman piece. This is going to go. Gem Wasp's attack 5% fast. That's not what I care about. It's percent of wizard level. That's got 14% of wizard level. So let's see if I can get higher than 14. It's just 14. I don't care about the kill chain cooler countdown. I don't care about Gem Wasps either, so goodbye. Let's jump into F4 now. These last two are going to have more waves, so I'm going to get a lot more XP for them. They also both have critical hit gems, so that will definitely help. What other skill would be useful here? Let me bump up my True Color skill once. Here we go. Alright, so I do still have to destroy these. So like with the tome chambers, you don't have to destroy them to beat the level. I just did because, well, I wanted to get that achievement. But I do need to destroy these. So a well-placed critical hit gem should hit both of them. Let's set these up. Let's set a mana gem up here. Let's set a poison trap there. And this will get us started. Let's see how far this takes us, though. Alright. I want to fill this route. You know what? Let's make another one. Fill this route with people just going after armor. And then let's duplicate this guy. Awesome. And you know what? Duplicate him again. There. So we got plenty of these guys having some fun. Let's upgrade you and then start leeching mana a little bit more deliberately. Level 5 is good there. Level 6, let's just get that gem. At least level 7 on our poison gem. Almost 2,000 poison damage just from that one trap. That's pretty good. Alright, let's start upgrading these in case enemies break through. And your goal is to strip away armor so when you get to the critical hit, we don't have to worry about it. It's not much it's stripping away, but it is something. So down there, all of these should be upgraded. There we are. Alright, upgrade you and you. Make sure we have a nice level 8 gem. 3,500 poison damage is a good amount of poison damage right now. Hell yeah. I am making things tricky on myself by doing this, but it's worth it. Yeah, we're fine. Let me get that up. You know what? 6,000 poison damage on a trap. There we go. Just a little more. And we can upgrade you. How much we got? 68% chance. Ooh. Spectre time. Make sure you're attacking the Spectre, and it's gone. Goodbye. Okay. Easy. By easy, I mean, whoops, hold on a second. All right. How much was that? That was already the 300,000 because I had enough waves. Let's see if we get 500,000. Hey, a fragment of rarity 30. So that means we got 4 things on it, and that's really good. I definitely want this. All right. Let's upgrade those. And these should also start being upgraded. I need to be thinking about taking away the armor because they're going to start actually having real amounts of armor. Oh. 6,000. Yeah, they're starting to have enough HP. This trap isn't doing a whole lot. I don't know if it's... You know what? I'm going to get rid of it, get the mana back for the trap. And instead, focus on taking mana this way and upgrading these critical hit jumps. So I want 126,000 mana, or I want another level 11 gem to combine. That's another possibility. Alright. Okay, this is a little scarier. There's a lot of guys there, and they're very strong. How much HP these giants have? 500,000? That's not too bad. It is still a... No, I think I'm good. We already have 500,000 XP, so I'm not super worried about how we do anymore. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to combine that. Level 12 gem. That's what we're talking about. How much is it? 80% chance. 80% is the maximum chance for critical hit, and it's 20 times the damage, which is good. We might even get 700,000 XP. I don't want to like count my chickens before they're hatched, but that's a possibility. These guys are going to be annoying, so how about we kill them? I should have more armor tearing. That's another problem. I need to be tearing away their armor. And I'm not doing that. Will I make it to another level 12 gem? That's the question. Possible. If I really suck up enough mana, we can do it. So let's get another level 11 gem. Jeez, how much they got? 7 million HP. Hoo boy. Yeah, there's just not a lot I can do once their HP's that high. I would need even better critical hit powers, something like that. I think we're going to start losing, and we're going to get 700,000 XP, or something like that. We might. Are we going to get Oh, we got a shadow. What are you doing here? I don't want you here. Get out of here. Let's at least get 700,000 HP before we croak. Alright. Killed the shadow. That's always good. 750,000, give or take. And a talisman that looks like it'll be super valuable. I'm going to try not to accidentally delete it. That's what I'm talking about. Talisman. So it's going to be better than some here. So it has an initial mana thing. It's actually how much? 65 initial mana. So goodbye, because it's already better than that. Let's move these around just so I have the order of levels up nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. How much initial mana again? 325 initial mana. I'd love to have just pure XP mults, but whatever. So not enough skill points to do this and that. You know what? These are pretty pathetic. Let's upgrade those. Cool. Cool. Let's jump into the final level and see if we can do the same thing here. We have access to the critical hit, so let's make a critical hit gem. Let's make sure we have... I want to have a suppression trap and a poison trap and a mana gem here. And then we're going to do the trick again with armor tearing along the route. Actually, hold on. They should all be aiming for shielded guys. So yeah, the poison trap is nice, but it'll go away eventually like it did last time, since it doesn't seem to do anything beyond a certain point. Let's boost that. Start getting ready to upgrade. Duplicate. Duplicate. You know, let's overkill this thing. Hold on, let me first... Let's put towers all around it. And we're gonna have a full 8 critical hit gems here. This is too much. But also, who's gonna stop me? Alright, let's make sure our poison trap is good. Nice. Let's make sure this is also good. Actually, now that I've upgraded the true colors even more, I should have some really good strong gems. Although I'm not really making dual gems in this level. Or the previous one. Alright, let's make sure one of these at least is stronger. Alright, let's go to level 7 here. That and that. We should also start looking into these. Actually take away some armor. 10,000. There we are. I see the Spectre. You're not hiding from me that easily. Nice try. Giving me 10 mana per hit. Let's actually have you attack randomly. This should go to level 8. This should go to level 9. I think we're good. For the rest of this level, we'll see. I don't know about the rest of the level. We're pretty close to the end of it, but yeah. Give me a little bit more here, and I will upgrade this gem. There. There we are. Okay. Alright. I'll be able to upgrade to a level 11 gem now. And we're good. 300,000 there. Let's see if we can hit that 700,000 mark again. Not sure. But this level's similar enough to the previous that I think it's possible. So let's suck the mana right out of him. That should be enough armor tearing for a while. And okay, now I've got enough to make a level 12 gem. Nice. Let's just take care of that apparition, shall we? Goodbye. Okay. I think it's possible to hit my goal here. Let's just make sure those guys don't break through. We want some more gems there. But I do feel myself approaching the end. Like, I'm starting to get to a point where it's not an easy, just instant win button anywhere. Let's get rid of that. We don't need it anymore. Those should be level 9. Ooh. Oof. Yeah, that's the thing is you're taking care of the giants and these other guys start overtaking you. Which is annoying, to say the least. Wow, that didn't do enough damage. Oh, we still got like 20,000 HP, that's why. And those giants are annoying. Let's upgrade here. Okay, got through that. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I can make another level 11 gem here, but it's not really that useful because I am starting to lose. So 650,000 feels like a more realistic outcome. Yeah, this is where I lose. So let's take this and just let it go. 600. Oh, it's actually getting close to 700,000. Maybe I could have tried harder. Nah, let's just let it run. And potentially useful. So it's XP to. It's the same as this one though. It's just slightly higher rarity. So what are the chances? Yeah, it's higher wizard level, so we're going to do that. That's really all it does. Cool, we did it. Got through the F levels. I think after this I want to go to the I levels, which are going to be a little harder, but just give myself some more XP in the glaring difficulty, and we'll see what we can do with that. Let's bump this up to 23. Yeah, I think that's where I'll stop for now, because it's a good stopping point at the end of the thing. Thanks everybody for stopping by and watching this stuff. I've been Key of W, you've been, well, whoever you are, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.